listening to Goof On Radio with Rich Giordano.
My personal belief is that there is very compelling evidence that we may not be alone.
There has been and is an existing presence, an ET presence. It's not going to make a difference. It's not going to change reality.
I believe, as do the other folks that were on the flight, that when we visually saw it, that it was something not from this world.
Goof On Radio.
You were either in or you were either out, brother.
But the cream will rise to the top, oh yeah.
Goof On Radio with Rich Giordano.
I occasionally think how quickly our differences worldwide would vanish if we were facing an alien threat from outside this world.
Goof On Radio.
Remain seated, please. Permanecer sentados, por favor.
You are listening to Goof On Radio with Rich Giordano.
All right. Welcome to Goof On, everybody. I'm your host, Rich Giordano. It is July 6th, 2023. Thursday. So, my 9-to-5ers, you only got, half a day. Tomorrow you're going to go to work. By the time it's noon, you're going to be like, oh my God, I only got 4 hours left. I feel like I just got here in half an hour you got tomorrow. And then it's the weekend. Not nice? After you just had a nice Tuesday off, I hope, for the 4th. Well, welcome to Goof On. Great way to kick off the weekend. Got a really interesting, I'm telling you, something's going on. You're not going to believe this story. I know some of you have probably already looked at the link. I dropped it in the chat room for you to take a look at it. But this story, I almost feel like, if you haven't heard, it's a woman who's sitting on an airplane and all of a sudden she's yelling. People start recording and she starts going, "He's not real." And I don't want to ruin it because I'm going to play the video in a few minutes, but she had to leave the plane because she didn't think the guy she was sitting next to was a person. And then some other guy videotaped it, and he said something that in his eyes thinks that this guy may be a reptilioid. You'll see. So I think there's something else going on. I think it's real interesting, the timing of it all. Just as we're in a lull after the Grusha, Greer, the 2Gs whistleblowing everybody. Greer, Grush, and Gush whistleblowers. That's what we just happened. And then we just had the 4th of July, and to glide us into the weekend, they gave us a nice reptilioid story. I think the whole, I don't want to ruin my punchline just yet, but I'll tell you what I think. So I'm glad you're here. And then we're also going to go over, I got so many things to go over, like, I don't know. Just disclosure. You'll see. You'll see. I want to continue where I left off, a little bit of weaponized. Talk about these UFO hunters that say the spacecraft debris that is supposedly in our grasp here, it appears artificial in origin, they're saying. Of course. Of course. And then I've got a couple of videos that are historical in nature and very educational. I like to educate. We got a little bit of Rubio news. What else we doing? I can't wait. We're going to talk about that, the reptilioid here in just a minute. I call them reptilioids. And, you know, just, I want to play some videos of strange things that are just happening worldwide. Just a lot of weirdness. You know what I mean? It's no, I don't even know what I'm looking at. It's no coincidence that all UFO, UAP, OVNI, magnets have some positive attitude to ET as me. As we watch UFOs, they watch us and know what we are thinking. Oh, I love a good plot. All the aliens know what we're all thinking at all times. That's why when you're young, like under 5-ish, 5 or younger, you have imaginary friends who are supposed to be your guardian angels that are giving you instructions on how to be a human. But no, you want to be a kid. And they tell you, you gotta act a little bit this way. And you're like, stop acting like that. You act like a 5-year-old. You gotta be mature on this planet. And it just doesn't sink in because being human, we just don't have the reptilian in us yet. But they're trying to change us. I think something's going on and you're gonna love it. Because nobody thinks like me. Nobody does. I found out. Oh, you know what I want to start the show off with besides the roll call that's coming up here? 2 videos. My favorite UFO video of all time that got me into this. Literally. Well, no. I mean, well, kind of. And then I want to show you a little bit of history and do some body language on Betty Hill. See if she's lying. Bhutan. Let's do a little roll call. A little roll call. Jeanette Angel with the 10-pound, 10-quid super dono. She's the angel of GoFund. Jeanette! Grazie, mucho gusto, generoso. It's pure love. Grazie. A continuing supporter of GoFund. Jeanette! Foghorn Leghorn. That's your $5 super dono. Yahoo! Mucho gusto, generoso. If you want to help support GoFund, same thing. Super chat, super sticker, PayPal preferred, or Cash App. All the links are in the show description. It's pure love when there's no... That's why I say a super dono. It's a donation with no message, no sticker. It's a dono. Calm down. I'm a little excited myself. I know. Calm down. 4, 3. I'm good. I'm back. Thank you, Foghorn Leghorn. Appreciate that. Paula Faust throwing down a $2 Super Dono herself. That's $2. That's Super Dono juice all over. Gosh. Remember those days? We used to do that a lot. Stuff like Grazie. Grazie. Thank you, Paula Faust. Mucho gusto, generoso, a continuing supporter of Goof On. Thanks for the love. That's 3 love in a row. Look at that. Man, my mama said I'd never find me love, but they just come now in 3s. Yahoo. Thanks. All right. But roll call, just real quick. I'm going to run down 12 names maybe. That's it. You ready? Peter McLeese, welcome to the show. Carrie Henninger, welcome to the show. Nathan from the Quantum Show, welcome to the show. Miss DJ, welcome to the show. Denbub, welcome to the show. Calming down. The boss of Goof On, Diane Boss, welcome to the show. Conundrum, welcome to the show. Did I say it? If not, I'll say it again. Denbub? Hey, it jumped on me. Denbub? Welcome to the show. All right. Michelle, grazie. Welcome to the show. Hollywood's back in action. Good to see you back. Thank you. Welcome to the show. Shelly, how you doing, Tootsie Pop? Welcome to the show. Sapphire Elf, everybody. Welcome to the show. Easy E21, welcome to the show. Good to see everybody. Thank you for hanging out on a Thursday. Thursday's a tough night for Goof On. Derek Kennedy, welcome to the show. What's up, Pearson David? I see you there. Derek Kennedy, how you doing, brother? Ben, the Yorkshire Goofonian, throwing down £2. That's 4. I'm 4 for 4 on the donos already. Wow. It just fills it up. It just fills the emptiness up right there. Yeah, I'm about a third of the way already. Thank you. How many? 20? About a fifth of the way. No, I'm joking. Thank you, Ben. Mucho gusto generoso, a continuing supporter of Goof On. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. All right, let's get started. Hey, I cannot. Porky. Porky Rabbit. God, I love that name. Welcome to the show. John Mallory. How you doing? Frantic. Frantic. How you doing? Welcome to the show. I just saw it and I got there and I just like, And every time, Diamond Dog. David Wilcox. Not Wilcock. Welcome to the show. All right. Hey, William Bonney's here. How you doing, Mr. B? Good to see you. How's the fam, eh? Everybody doing all right? All right. What's up, Mr. Mason? He's back. £2, 2 quids. A hello for everyone. Thanks, man. Appreciate the support. Right at the beginning of the show, English to the start. Grazie, grazie. Thanks, man. Intergalactic Angler. I see ya. All right, let's get started. Larry Daniel, welcome. You ready, guys? All right. I know you've been ready. It's just the way we do things here. Yeah, I think you guys can appreciate it. You know, I didn't give in. Some people, 2 people maybe in the history of Goof On told me I should get rid of the intro or do not say hello to people in the beginning because it's a waste. And I say, there's a live thing, right? You can wait 10 minutes, or if you're watching it on the replay, do what I do. Fast forward until you don't see the names showing up at the bottom. When you don't see the names showing up, you know the show's officially started. And usually it's right around 20 after. Official. Like I say hi and do the, meet and greet and all that, introduce the show, what we're going to talk about, get you prepped. I think it's nice to do something formal. I tell you one thing that you should not complain at all, because I do not put commercials on Goof On. If you haven't noticed, this is one of the few podcasts, few 2-hour shows where we don't need advertisement. We don't want advertisers. Once I get wrapped into an advertiser, I'm done. Finished. Because then it's not about the greater good anymore. It's about, well, it may just be about pennies. And to put ads on a show like mine, it's not worth it. So you get a show for free. If you want to help support the show, you guys know what to do. You're all pros. But that's the good thing about this. I'm no Jimmy Church. You got a commercial every. I tried it for a week to see what it was like. And I said, it's not even worth it. I don't even make $1. Like, I wouldn't even do it if I made $10. It's not worth it. That's one thing I think that we could always maintain here is that, and I know you noticed there's no, what do you call it? Goof on store. I don't know if I'm going to do it. It's all ready to go. It's all approved. All I have to do is hit publish. But I don't think I want to nickel and dime people like that. I just can't. I don't know why. I'm not there. I thought I was. But you're going to get a Goof on cup, and then a couple of years from now you're going to be drinking out of this cup, and it's going to bring back some memory, maybe, I don't know. But then you're going to be like, friggin' $25 for this, Or you got the Goof on hat on. Says that gush, you never wore it out because it said a gush all over it. So if it said Goof on, oh, it does. Yeah, I have a hat that says Goof on it. Nobody's going to wear that hat. Nobody's going to wear it. I wore the Goof on shirt out. Nobody asked me what it was. I don't know. It's nickel and diming. If you really want to support the show, just be here. Share it, like it, subscribe. That's all we ask. And if you want to do anything else and submit another way, that's fine. Just like True BU. $5 support right there. Bam, that goes all over the dono. It's a perfect timing. I know. Thank you very much, True BU, for the $5 support. I'm just weird when it comes to merchandise. I don't know why. I've never done it. I don't think it's fair. I'm just weird that way. This is weird to me. No, it's weird. Still weird after a few years. Thank you, True BU, for the support, being here and everything. I can't thank you enough. All right, I want to show you my favorite UFO video of all time. Cosmic Dave? Say what? Thank you, man. What are you saying here? 4 pounds? Cosmic Dave UFO Repair Services International are proud to be corporate sponsors of Goof On. Oh. Well, send me that paperwork. I'll take a look at the T's and I's and see if I need to cross them or X them out. Cosmic Dave UFO Repair Services International. So that's Situforzi. Thanks, man. That was a good one. Appreciate the support. £5, £5. I'm just trying to come up with something else. It's tough to add on to that. Thanks, man. I don't know what I'm thinking. Huh? Okay. Yeah, here it is. Favorite UFO video of all time. None of you know what it is, and it's not my own. This is from the Aliens Universe channel. It's from the Navy, I believe. But this is one of the original videos that rocked my world. You can tell just by looking at it what it is.
Unfolded in November 1994 over Nellis is one of the most significant pieces of military video footage of a UFO ever captured. The Nellis Range is situated about 40 miles
What the hell?
northwest of Las Vegas and comprises around about 4,700.
Just show the video. This thing morphs and stuff. Either that or it's changing its angle, you know? But this is the video that hooked me in. I studied this video for hours and hours. The original video's pretty cool, actually. Much clearer. Oh, my collar was flipped. Look at this thing, man. It's so weird. I mean, look at that thing. That does not look like something we would be flying around. This is when, in the 90s, I believe. So bizarre. Late 80s, maybe. And this looks like the Rocket Man. Ah, you sister's ass. Kind of looks like his head is right here. Kind of looks like he's flying this way. But it morphs again.
This is by far one of the most significant pieces of video footage said to be of military origin ever released to the general public.
It's pretty cool.
It does clearly show an object, and it's electronically stamped and tracked. There's also audio dialogue that goes with it, hand in hand, of an event that they have yet to confirm exists. Nevertheless, though, this information was leaked to the general public and it's fallen into our hands, and yes, it is quite an incredible piece of footage nonetheless. UFOs continue.
It's pretty wild stuff, man. I love that video. That's the short version. Steve K with the $5 super chat. Are you talking about the Big Mac song for how to support the show? Hey, if you want to support the show, super chat, super sticker, PayPal, Cash App, all the links are in the show description. Super chat, super sticker, PayPal, Cash App, all the links are in the show description. Super chat and super sticker, PayPal, and Cash App. At least I don't have a little kid running around in a clown outfit. Sorry. I said I wasn't going to say anything ever. Thank you, Steve K. See what you did? You got me thinking of that guy over there. Appreciate it. Mucho gusto, generoso. So that's my favorite video. All right, let's get to the big news of the day. And it's right behind me. It's this woman on the airplane who thinks, well, you know what? I'm just going to play the video. I'm not even going to. That's it. Just play the video. You're going to have to figure it out like I did. No, I'm not going to. I'm just going to play. This is 3 minutes, but watch. This is good. You'll see. Whoops, hold on. I got to get rid of something. There we go. Okay. This is unbelievable. And it's anyone seen the video of the lady freaking out on the plane about the man sitting next to her that he was not real? This guy here witnessed it. There's a video of him. And he was 3 seats back from her. So check this out.
That motherfucker back there is not real.
Okay, here's the story time for you. I've tried like 2 times to record this, but I keep going over the 3-minute limit, and I don't want to do a part 1, part 2 type thing, so I'm going to try to be...
Oh, you know what? Hold on. No, I'm going to do the other video first without his commentary, just so you have it raw. Just the raw. Just the video itself without his comment. Then we'll get back to him. Because it's interesting what he says.
You want to get the bag out so we can get this going so you can all go?
So this is the guy right here with the hoodie on. This guy right here with the green hoodie. There he is. Okay, so now you got the gist of the guy, what he looks like, and the girl. So now I'll go back and play the video with this guy explaining everything that we just looked at.
Be specific. I was on that flight. It was American Airlines. We were leaving Dallas Fort Worth. I was sitting in the left aisle, about 3 rows back from this woman. She was sitting in the right aisle. And she had this very interesting exchange with some dude in a hoodie. I don't remember the color of the hoodie. I really, you know how memory is. When you're not super paying attention, you don't remember all the details.
Yeah.
I had one headphone in, couldn't hear all the specifics of what happened, but I noticed this exchange between this woman and this dude in a hoodie. And it was kind of weird at the time because it seemed like no one else before she really started getting frantic, like was paying attention to this, but that makes sense. It was like a normal flight. This was after putting all the luggage away. We'd been on the plane for a little bit. It was before the flight attendant came over and gave the little spiel. And what I remember is she was having like a full-blown conversation with this dude in the hoodie. I'll call him the hoodie guy. She was having a full-blown conversation with hoodie guy. The weird thing was that he never once said a fucking word to her the whole time. And at the time, I don't know, I wasn't really thinking about it, but it's like she would say something and he like would respond, but there was no exchange happening. It was just her getting more and more frantic, which, okay, if she's drunk and she's going crazy, then you would think the dude in the hoodie would have been like, what are you talking about? Like, what are you talking about? But he was just like dead locked on her, like deep eye contact with her. Like I don't want to feed into the conspiracies here, but like almost like she was like in a hypnosis type of thing. And she started getting more and more frantic to the point where then people started kind of noticing. Flight attendant came over, tried to calm her down, like, what's going on? She sat back down, but she kept looking over at this dude in the hoodie, and finally she was like done with it. And that's like when I really started paying attention, like, okay, what the fuck is going on? And that's when she was like, I can't do this. She started getting up. She started walking up to the front. And then the whole video thing happened. I didn't take a video of it. I was listening to a Stephen King audiobook. I wasn't like pulling out my phone to record this. And she didn't seem drunk to me, by the way. Just throwing that out there. I didn't see her drink. I mean, she seemed totally normal to me up until that point. The weird thing was after she left the plane, the dude in the hoodie, which the flight attendant was like, did anything happen? And he still didn't say a word. He just went like, and like shrugged. The dude in the hoodie like looked around the plane and he looked back at me and he winked at me. And again, I didn't quite register it. I was like, okay, what the fuck was that about? I was like, maybe he's just being like an ass, like winking, like that was weird, wasn't it? But now that I look back, I realized that when he winked at me and it was his left eye looking back at me, it didn't wink like this. It winked like this.
Come on. That's something you should have noticed, bro. Immediately. But now what you're going to tell me is this. Hey, Rich, if that was a true reptilian, that reptilian made him not think about it. That's why the reptilian winked at him. No, that's not why. If that was really a reptilian that winked at him that way, with vertical instead of horizontal, what do we do? Horizontal. If he did it this way instead of this way, that's something I would have said, she was right. She was right. His eye, I just saw his eye. Dude, don't you move. And I would took a risk winking at him that way. So then I'm thinking, okay, this story is kind of weird, but if you look at the characters, every one of the characters is relatively thin. Just hear me out. Relatively thin, in their 30s-ish, maybe young, late 20s, early 30s. Nobody's in their 40s, I don't think. Right? Think about this. It's fake. They're actors. This is to keep the narrative. The reason I bring their stature in, their size, because if any of them were really obese or very old or disabled, blind, I wouldn't think that they were in the military or working for the government. Those usually wouldn't be the people that are doing these kind of things, right? You wouldn't see an 80-year-old working for the government. You wouldn't see a 500-pound person working for the government flying around going on cases. No. No. I'd have to be a CIA guy then. You know what I mean? No, they have checks and balances. They have to be in a certain state, certain shape, and a certain mental capacity to be in the government in that capacity. So when I see these people, late 20s, 30s, relatively in shape, during the slow time of ufology, we're just talking about possible legislature, which I don't think will pass. I personally don't think it will, but we'll talk about that later. I think this could all just be part of the script. It's weird, right? Don't you find it a little suspect? Don't you think it's a little too good to be true? She stands up in front of everybody and says, "He's not real." She acted good. They all acted very well, which is why I might be wrong. They acted good, but they could have been practicing for months. Look, I could do it very well. I could act right now. I could cry. I could do whatever you need. It's not that hard if you're good at it. So they got people that could be either really good actors or we're all being played. It's a prank, right? Maybe it is. I doubt it. Or it's real. And they walk amongst us. And finally, somebody said something. Freaked her out. Why? I think there's a video, more video where you see her yelling more. I'll have to find it. Hold on. Let's finish this. Oh, there's 6 seconds left.
And I didn't even register what was that about. I was like, maybe he's just being like an ass, like winking, like that was weird, wasn't it? But now that I look back, I realized that when he winked at me and it was his left eye looking back at me, it didn't wink like this. It winked like this. And I didn't even register.
So, there's more parts to this, of course. I'll have to pull up the other videos. Dorothy threw down $5. Super dono. That's a lot of love, Dorothy. Mucho gusto generoso, you. Thanks. I appreciate that. Hope you had a good 4th of July, even though it was 2 days ago. I don't know. We did a show yesterday, right? Yeah, we did. Appreciate it. Mucho gusto generoso. And a continuing supporter of Goof On. Dorothy! Thanks, Dorothy. What's up, Zach Diecast Monsoon? Big Fat Creep? How you guys doing? The Bob Birkins Hour. Aaron Vasquez. Views with a Z. How you doing? Steve K. Tara Mont, sorry. How you doing? Good to see you. Good to see you guys. Power Off. Abe Froman. Howdy do. What's up? Jar Jar. Missa so happy, my sister. Team X. Welcome. All right. Now, let's get rid of that. It's just been a weird, people are really taking flying to another level. I hear all sorts of, I had a little bit of a nightmare situation, when I went a couple of years ago and it was a 14-hour day flying.
The passenger appears to growl, snarl, and chew on his mask, visibly agitated.
He was
The passenger appears to growl, snarl, and chew on his mask, visibly agitated.
Trump supporter. Unbelievable. No wonder why they think you people is nuts. All right, let me pull up the alien. Let me pull up the alien. Let's pull up. Here we go. I got it. Is this it? Oh no, this is a British man was disturbed so badly by a passenger sitting next to him. On the plane, he tried to open the door of the plane and leave while the plane was still in the air. That just popped up on my feed. Oh my God, what a crazy video. I'll show that to you in a second here. Wow. John Greenwald's so funny. 29 Palms. Where is it? Where is it? Reptilian on a plane. Alien Girl talked about it. I thought I had the video. I guess I didn't have. Oh, here it is. Is this it? No? No, that's not it either. You know, that's so funny. I thought it was on here. Oh, here it is, I think. No, it's not it. I can't find the whole video of her. Oh wow, that's a good UFO video. Let me pull this one up here. Well, anyway, that's what she says. I can't find it. I don't know if there's any more to it, but you get the gist of it. I'm not going to go crazy trying to find this thing. You see what she says. It's just weird. Like, why would she say? She didn't seem drunk, right? She didn't seem like she was on drugs. She didn't seem out of her mind crazy. As a matter of fact, she looked relatively normal. You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. It's strange. It's a strange story. The characters don't fit the role that we're used to seeing. See what I mean? She's just a normal person. I mean, she needs to buy new jeans. These have rips in them. Maybe she's a cutter. I don't know. But it almost even looks like she's got a smile on her face right here. You know? The cat that swallowed the canary look. Like, we're doing it, Johnny. We're fooling everybody. You keep up that act, I'll keep up my act. That's the kind of smile I see right there. I don't know. What's this right here? Oh, that's her on the plane. See, I need to find that video. There's more of it. Look at that guy. He's like, huh? What? No, anyway. It is what it is. Man. So the world's a little bit nuttier. So within the last 5-6 weeks, we've had 6 to 7 whistleblowers. We've had aliens and reptilians, 2 8 to 10 foot tall aliens in Las Vegas, right? The new legislation that might come out, which I don't think that law is going to pass at all. It's unconstitutional in a way. It is, but it isn't. It is, but it isn't. I don't know. We'll see what the wording is on that. My allergies are killing me. I'm just telling you, my eyes. They're so itchy. So we've had all of this activity. And we hear stories. And I've been watching video after video of people claiming that they're their webcam, their door cam, their dash cam, their spy cam, whatever cameras they got, they're catching really strange beings, lights, creatures. And I know people fake stuff all the time, but there are some that are just unbelievable. And you try to think, how'd they fake it? Sometimes you just have to suspend disbelief and you have to say, what if? What if? Because people have been talking about skinwalkers for a very long time. People have been talking about shadow people for a very long time. People have been talking about the grays. There's been drawings and paintings and artwork of UFOs in the skies shooting laser beams down at people and their pets. This is something that is happening. I just don't believe what the government says. That's my whole thing, and what mainstream media and the people in it. It's almost as if they discovered something. That's what it's like. It's like they discovered something, and now there is this mad rush to find out if anybody has a missing piece or something. That's what I feel like. Like the government wants to know, look, if you know anything or have anything, if you used to work for us and you snuck out this little thing, we need it. You don't understand. We figured out the codes. That's the message they're saying. That's how I take it. Hey, look, hey, why do you think they'd give amnesty to these people and let whistleblowers go? That's okay. They want to put together the piece of the puzzle to figure out who's got what, where, and, well, if they can have it, they want it for something. They need it. Something's going on. It is strange to have this much activity about UFOs. So either it's a distraction, which I don't think it is, or it's a cover-up, which I think it is, and PSYOP, which I definitely think it is. So when you have little things like this story, right? Did you hear about the one on the lady on the airplane? Those are the stories that get circulated around the dinner table. Did you hear about those 2 8-foot-tall aliens that are in Vegas? They know what they're doing. They found a way to do it. They're actually giving us hints without telling us with these stories. That's what the government does. Yeah, I do. And I think because of their relationship with mainstream media and Hollywood, I think they tell some of these guys who are making these movies to put certain Easter eggs in there that tell the truth. That's how I feel. I do. I really do. I feel like they want to tell us. They're not allowed to. So they look for ways to tell us without actually getting in trouble. See? That's what I think's going on. I don't think people are running the world. I think something is running this entire planet, the way things go. I don't know. But whatever it is, maybe it's, I don't know, just something's not right. Something's not right. You know, it's just, there's something weird. Hold on, I think I have, oh, what is this? I think I found it. I think this is the video. Hold on. Which one is this?
Oh, him!
Mate,
Yo! Hey, mate, everyone is, come on, please! Go! Marco and Tony Barrera in short time!
Look at everyone filming, man! What's wrong? Whoa, 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 whoa! Yo! Yo, 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 yo! 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 Get him out! What the fuck is happening right now?
Does everybody have to swear? You know what I mean? Yeah, that guy wanted to open up the door during the flight. People are losing their minds. People are losing it. Where's this Betty Hill? I want to play this. I want to take a look at Betty. We've never analyzed Betty Hill. What? Yeah, that's it. There's nothing else to the story. That's it. I can't find any more video of her yelling at the guy. I don't know where it is. But that's it. I mean, there's nothing else to the story. Whether or not that guy, I mean, the guy, if you look at the guy, we had the video up. Let me pull it up. If you look at the guy, that there's nothing to him. He's just a normal dude. Look. Is this it? Yeah.
That motherfucker back there is not real.
Okay, here's the story time for you. I've tried like 2 times to record this, but I keep going over the 3-minute limit, and I don't think Dallas about 3. I don't remember the color of the hoodie. I phone in. All the luggage in conversation with this dude in the hoodie. Really thinking about it, but it's like she would say something and he like would respond, but there was no exchange happening. It was just her getting more and more frantic, which, okay, if she's drunk and she's going crazy, then you would think the dude in the hoodie would have.
So what happened is the guy wasn't talking to her, according to this guy. So she's having a conversation with this guy and he's not speaking. Telepathy. So if he's real, maybe that's what freaked her out. She heard him speak, but didn't see his lips move. That may be what triggered her.
Been like, what are you talking about? Like, what are you talking about? But he was just like dead locked on her, like deep eye contact with her. Like I don't want to feed into the conspiracies here, but like almost like she was like in a hypnosis type of thing.
See?
And she started getting more and more frantic to the point where then people started kind of noticing. Flight attendant came over, tried to calm her down, like, what's going on? She sat back down, but she kept looking over at this dude in the hoodie, and finally she was like done with it. And that's like when I really started paying attention, like, okay, what the fuck is going on? And that's when she was like, I can't do this. She started getting up. She started walking up to the front. And then the whole video thing happened. I didn't take a video of it. I was listening to a Stephen King audiobook. I wasn't like pulling out my phone to record this. And she didn't seem drunk to me, by the way. Just throwing that out there. I didn't see her drink. I mean, she seemed totally normal to me up until that point. The weird thing was after she left the plane, the dude in the hoodie, which the flight attendant was like, did anything happen? And he still didn't say a word. He just went like, and like shrugged. The dude in the hoodie like looked around the plane and he looked back at me and he winked at me. And again, I didn't quite register it. I was like, okay, what the fuck was that about? I was like, maybe he's just being like an ass, like winking, like that was weird, wasn't it? But now that I look back, I realized that when he winked at me and it was his left eye looking back at me, it didn't wink like this. It winked like this. And I didn't even register.
That's what I think. You read my mind, Zach Diecast Monsoon. I think the hoodie guy was messing with her too. I've acted weird around people like that, you know? Just stare right at the seat in front of me to see if they, out of my peripheral vision, you can see people and hear them going, he's not blinking. He won't move. I go, and then I'd go, I can hear you. You know, maybe he did mess with her and it just freaked her out, or he got in her head, dude. Look, I'm not saying that they're walking amongst us. But why would this guy put his entire life, you know, the guy you just watched, why would he put his reputation on the line and say, oh, no, he blinked like this. He winked at me, it went this way. It does seem scripted. It sure as hellfire does. Just something strange about this story. God, we got to find out more about her. What triggered her? It's good stuff. And a lot of people don't believe it, that they're walking amongst us, like me. I think I would know if I was next to somebody. Because back in the 50s, right? In the 60s, they had the Men in Black. And what were the Men in Black like? Robotic, pale complexion, emotionless. They had no hair follicles, right? They wore the dark glasses. Back then, all the men wore hats. They just blended in. That's what they did back then. And of course they acted that way. They wanted to act like they were part of a cult. They wanted to act like weird. Because they were aliens. Look, I want there to be alien reptilianoids hanging out with us, flying around with us. Until we get the video evidence. Or until I see one again. I got to get my verification. One time is not enough. Did he just say he saw an alien? Yeah, in the bedroom. Say what? It was a dream. All right, now we're going to do the Betty Hill. Take a look at me. I was abducted video. This is going to be great because I believe her. I believe she believes. It's a great story. This is called Lost, 108-minute interview with abductee Betty Hill. What's this? Wait, what? Stephen Mason with the £5, 5 quid says, very, very impressed with your analysis. Really? Now I'm interested in yours. I am now questioning everything in ufology in ways that I never have before in nearly 50 years. Don't say that. What did I say? What did I say that was so, profound? I don't know, man. I'm just try to think logically here. Like, why would that? The way it made it on the internet, the way it is and everything, it's a perfect story. Who was that guy? Who was that girl? Can't do a FOIA request on it, but I'm sure somebody will find out. Thank you, Mr. Mason. I appreciate the compliment and the £5, 5 quid super chat. Grazie. Continuing grazie. Appreciate it. All right, Betty Hill. So I dubbed myself a body language expert a few weeks ago because I think I am. I may not. I may suck. But I never, ever did it with Betty Hill. So let's take a look. We'll do a couple of pieces here and there and take a look at her body language. Now, unfortunately, this is years after her experience. So she's told the story 100 times minimum. This is going to be a tough nut to crack. Betty Hill. Body language expert analysis. I'm waiting. I clicked on it 3 times. It never started. Go. She's lying. You can just tell by the way she's holding the cigarette. I'm joking. Relax. I'm going to get my ass handed to me. Some of you people are Betty Hill diehards, man. I better be careful tonight.
Well, a couple days later...
Lie. It's a lie. You can totally tell the way she... All right, I'll stop joking around.
Call back. He said, forget it. Says she didn't see anything. She says, I'm a retired military colonel, and it wasn't anything. It was just a military...
I used to have the 45th Air Division. Well, you remember Wayne and Lou Bond? They used to come back here when Pease was out here. He was a lieutenant colonel.
Yeah, I think I know who he is.
Yeah. I mean, I have the 45th Air Division here every Sunday morning for waffles and champagne.
And you were teaching them?
And listen, I'm probably the only person in the world who has been paid by the Air Force to go to different Air Force bases and lecture to them on UFOs.
That's what I try to tell people in the government, that the government doesn't know what the government knows.
How is that even possible? Why would she go lecture on UFOs? It's weird, isn't it? It's like she had her experience, but the way she just worded it. I'm not saying she's lying. I'm just saying it's very strange to go lecture on UFOs. Well, maybe it is 20 years after the fact, but I just think it's weird. It's like, so what happened? She became a UFO historian? She was like a Michael Schrad, a Rich Giordano. Oh.
I mean, when you say government, my God, we got everything.
Not everything. Hey.
Okay, we're going to start now.
I better.
Okay.
Yeah, you better have another cigarette, you chimney. Jesus, mod on.
That's either, yeah,
All right, let's get to the interview.
whatever, into New Hampshire.
September 19th, 1961, Betty, while driving with her husband Barney, was heading south from Canada.
Right.
When very early in the morning, he saw a strange light behind the car. It was September 19th. But what time was that, Betty, that this light behind the car appeared?
Well, we would crossed over the border into New Hampshire, and I think we started to see this light following. Actually, in the very beginning, I noticed a bright light in the sky, and I thought I was discovering a new planet until it started to move. And this was about 10:30, 11 o'clock at night. So we stopped the car and got out to see what this, we thought it was a plane. So we stopped the car to get out to look at it. And that's when it changed direction and started coming in towards us. Now that was in about the Lancaster area.
So,
And then it followed us for about 30 miles. Paced our car.
and all the while, you and Barney were discussing it. What is this? What is that?
Yeah, see, Barney did in World War II. He knew planes. And he's trying to identify this. And it's flying in a very erratic manner, which was very puzzling to us. But this is 61. We'd heard UFO. Well, actually, in those days, they called them flying saucers. We had no idea what a flying saucer looked like. But we had no fear, just curiosity. We were trying to identify this craft.
All right. So, getting a baseline for her, because she has got a lot of quirks in the way, when she's thinking, you can see her tense up in her neck muscles, and, she thinks like this, and a lot of lip licking, and, that could be because of denture wear, whatever. It could be for a lot of reasons, but she seems pretty relaxed, pretty comfortable in her element. It looks like she's at home, maybe in the reading room, the den, or maybe the bedroom, whatever. She's comfortable. And so far, I'm trying to get a baseline. She's a strange bird, isn't she? I like listening to her, though. I don't know what it is about her. She's a really good storyteller. That's what it is, because it happened. It happened to him.
You go on in the road. You decide to pull over. Barney gets out of the car.
Actually, that was in the Indian Head area.
Okay. Am I preceding something here when you encountered alien entities, or was this after?
No, this is the next step.
Okay.
In the Indian Head area, I'm trying to attract the attention of this craft. I'm telling it, come on in. Hi. I got the window down. I'm yelling to it. Hi. Who are you? My cat fell off the stool.
Oh, I was right. It does have to do with her teeth. Her cap just fell off, she said. But you can see she adjusts herself in the chair. She's about to tell something she's excited about. She's getting all into it. She's remembering getting in that seat and about to envision it, and then something fell, and that's where we are. trying to figure out, what are we looking at, Barney? I don't understand. He's like, I don't need to, stop licking your lips.
And at that point, it left the top of the mountain, came out over the highway, and stopped in midair directly in front of us, maybe about 50 feet in the sky. So
wow.
Barney got out with the binoculars in an attempt to identify the craft. And when he looked up, he saw a circular window with a bright light behind it, and he saw these men standing behind the window looking down at him. And at that point, the craft began to descend, and he became frightened.
See the pointing down? She's emphatically pointing down. The UFO started to descend. She's pointing down emphatically. This is a very important part of her story. She's emphatic about it. Her emotions are high. Even though she's told this story 1,000 times, she's in her element. She's at home. She's relaxed. She's wanting to tell the story as comfortably and as properly and as perfectly as possible. What a woman.
Ran back to the car saying he thought they were trying to capture him. So we got in the car and we went speeding down the highway to avoid capture.
Huh.
And as we're driving along, there's beeping sounds. That sounds like something was hitting the trunk of the car, and the car vibrated.
Whoa.
And then we drove along for about another 30 miles when Barney turned off onto a side road. And here were the group of men he'd seen on the craft standing in the middle of this road, blocking our way.
Wow.
And naturally, he had to stop the car. And they came.
Notice the tone in her voice is a little more subdued. She's not as fired up about this. This is another way that she's letting us know this is a serious point. And, you got to talk calmly when it's serious, because this is something that has never happened. We just saw them. They just saw the men. Bonnie just saw the same men in the UFO that are now standing in the street. Serious business right there. Got to talk calmly. It's Bonnie. Great story, though. I'm not going to play the whole thing. But don't you get some sort of ring of truth from her? I do.
Came up in two groups, took us out of the car, passed in the woods to where the craft was on the ground.
At that point, strange thoughts started going through your head, thoughts that weren't your own. Did you have some sort of telepathic communication with these entities, or?
All our communication was verbal.
Verbal?
Right.
Oh, wow.
Interesting.
Yep. They spoke English in a limited way.
Huh.
Like, a foreigner coming here and not too well acquainted with our language.
But in the same time, you...
Come on. That was Jaime Maussan. Oh, look, Betty, Betty. And Bonnie, you come with your car here in America. Can you imagine? That's what it was. It was just a translator that couldn't speak English too well. He had broken English. I'm messing around. I don't know. I'm not in her head. But I love the story. I always liked this story because it's so hard to debunk. Right? No? It's easy. You don't believe her? She's a fraud? It's all about money? Does she look like it's all about money? Come on. That's not nice.
Using common colloquialisms of the day, like you'll be back in no time or something of that ilk.
Yeah, well, in the very first part, they had us under some kind of control. And I brought myself out of this, but Barney was only able to bring himself out, partly out of it. So I was just as conscious as I am right now.
They walk you into the craft up a ramp. That landed craft. This is right off Route 3. Well, actually, you didn't know where you were at that point. And
yeah.
But
it was right off from Route 3.
So they walk you up this ramp. You're brought in, and what did they say they were going to do with you?
Well, when we got up to the door, I was not going to go in. So I socked him.
You punched the entity?
Yeah. In fact, I put up such a battle that my dress is badly torn. And he said, you know, come on. All we want to do is some simple test.
There was a little bit of deception, actually a lot of deception when she said she socked him. Betty, Betty, Betty. You don't need to act tough in front of me, Betty. I'm scared for you, sister. Do you really believe that she punched these aliens, that abducted them with ease, controlled them, spoke to them, flew the ship? Really? You should see the deception that came out of her face.
Brap. You brought in, and what did they say they were going to do with you?
Well, when we got up to the door, I was not going to go in.
She blinks a
so
lot.
I socked him.
Watch.
You punched the entity.
There.
Yeah.
Right there.
In fact, I put up such a battle.
Yep. She is trying too hard. It's hard to explain. Because I'm self-proclaimed, I don't know the correct verbiage all the time. I don't know the how to word it, but it's something it's the way she acts up till that point. I can't explain it. It's something that people do. She paused for a minute, and then she was like, and then she socked him, you know, and she took a minute to think about what she was going to say. It was just a weird way. It didn't match anything else she was saying. But I don't think she socked him. Just my opinion.
What want to do with you?
Well, when we got up to the door, I was not going to go in. So I socked him.
You punched the entity.
Yeah. In fact, I put up such a battle that my dress is badly torn. And he said, you know, come on. All we want to do is some simple tests.
Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know.
As soon as the tests are over, we'll take you back to your car and you'll
I could be wrong. That's a tough one.
be on your way.
Let's just go back to those type of entities. They were your classic alien, gray-shaped, cat-like. No, they weren't. Okay.
They're a form of human being.
They were a form of human being.
Right.
Did they have cat-like or Cheshire-like eyes?
They had larger eyes than ours, smaller nose, and smaller mouth. No protruding part of the ear and no hair.
So
but they're people.
Nothing like these classic grays you see here at Whitley Street.
I don't know. I've never seen those. I don't.
But they're people. They're people. That's what she just said.
No protruding part of the ear and no hair.
So
but they're people.
But they're people. But they're people. Great lady. Great lady. That was in 1999. She was 104 there. Yeah. Good story. Great, ripping, good yarn. Ripping, good yarn. Oh. Oh. I thought I had the video. Hold on, I think somebody sent it to me. Hold on a second. I want to see this video. Andrew sent me something. Oh, this is great. Andrew just sent this to me. Thank you. Oh, I was looking for this. I couldn't find it. I can't find it. Thank you. Thank you. But this isn't the one I want. This is one of them. This is the man with the green hoodie. The man with the green hoodie comments on the not real passenger on American Airlines flight. That's what it says here. Ready?
Oh, he looks out of it, but then his eyes lock on.
Come on.
So I'm the guy from the plane video.
Here, you have a video of the man with the green hoodie. Whether this is the real guy who allegedly sat together with the woman who freaked out remains to be seen.
Look how he looks out of it.
Yeah, that looks like
him. But then
him.
his eyes lock on.
So I'm the guy from the plane video. I even put on the same hoodie I was wearing so people would realize I'm telling the truth. What happened was I was actually talking with this woman. Everything was fine. It was a normal conversation. And then she asked me if I could help put her luggage up in the racks. So I was wearing sweatpants, and she looked down, she saw my dong, and my dong is 15 inches long. And that's when just like a flip got switched. She was like, this guy is not real. That thing is way too big for a human. That is not real. I just wanted to come on here and clear my name. I got people thinking I'm a fucking shapeshifter. It's the stupidest shit I've ever heard. But yeah, that's the real story. I don't have a small wiener. I'm not making this up so people think it's big or something. I wouldn't do that. That would be fucking crazy.
What? She didn't say that. She didn't say he's too big or anything like that. She said he's not real. So this is all about his schlong? So what about the guy that he winked at? Who said he saw the, no, not real? The story just got much better, didn't it? So, either it's about a shape-shifting alien or it's about a 15-inch dong. I'm going with the dong. Or is that something an alien would say? Wait a minute. 15 inches? That guy's got to be an alien. I'm thinking normal's 8, right? 15? He's twice as big. He also looks like a guy called Direct D. Have you ever heard of Direct D? Oh, you haven't, have you? Let me show you who Direct D is. Because I think it might be him. Let me show you who Direct D is. See if I can get a picture. Maybe I can. Trying to get a video of him. Because you'll see this is him. Looks just like him. All right, here we go. You tell me. Take a look at this guy. I'm going to show you. Here we go. There he is in the hoodie. You ready? Is it this guy? It looks like him. Very similar without the hoodie. I'm telling you, they look a lot alike. Oh, he's got hair. It's not him. Okay. Oh, man, what a freaking unbelievable turn of events. So, it's either an alien, reptilian, or the guy put the video up to dispel the theory that the guy saw the eye wink. What about that guy? That guy's a big piece of shit liar, isn't he? Who's going to be friends with that guy? That guy just made up a whole story. Oh, I looked at him. He winked at me and his eye didn't go this way. It went this way. Of course, I didn't get it on video. I was listening to the Steve Miller Band or something. Jagovs. Unbelievable. So it's all a lie. The whole thing's a lie. Again. It's never going to end, is it? Look, here he is. This is what just happened.
He looks out of it, but then his eyes lock on.
So I'm the guy from the plane video.
Here, you have a video of the man with the green hoodie. Whether this is the real guy who allegedly sat together with the woman who freaked out remains to be seen.
Look how he looks out of it, but then his eyes lock on.
So I'm the guy from the plane video. I even put on the same hoodie I was wearing so people would realize I'm telling the truth. What happened was I was actually talking with this woman. Everything was fine. It was a normal conversation. And then she asked me if I could help put her luggage up in the racks. So I was wearing sweatpants and she looked down, she saw my dong. And my dong is 15 inches long. And that's when just like a flip got switched. She was like, this guy is not real. That thing is way too big for a human. That is not real. I just wanted to come on here and clear my name. I got people thinking I'm a fucking shapeshifter. It's the stupidest shit I've ever heard. Yeah, that's the real story. I don't have a small wiener.
There you go. That is the guy. This is unbelievable. This mainstream media picked up on it and everything. All right. So I wanted to show you a real UFO video. I don't know what this is, but it looks pretty darn good. Might be fake. I don't know. It's too good to be true. But this is from the 90s, I believe. It's a pretty good one. Fake? You think it's fake? It might be. I don't know when it's from. I think it's from the late 80s, early 90s maybe. It's hard to tell. It doesn't look fake. It looks like it's actually there in the sky. The bottom looks to be rotating slightly. See it? It's hard to... I don't know. Just thought it was a good one. I have seen the Norway UFO guy. Yep. Yep. I have. It's been a minute. Nathan's, does Hoodie Dude have an only? Yeah, probably, right? That is a good question. So when you see something, a video like this come out, and people, and that guy who said, I saw his eye wink this way, triggered the whole thing. This is why our field is so easy to pick on. Because people want to believe so badly that videos like that with only part of the story go viral. It's crazy. I have another UFO video for you. I think Roy sent this to me. I can't remember. Check this one out. This is from Alien Chronicles, Military UFO Encounters. What is this? Is this it? Oh, is this the other one? Did I already? Oh, this is the one that's after.
The Black Mountain radar domes.
Oh yeah.
Which is just on the ridgeline.
Never mind. That's an accident. Poor Betty. What if it's all not real? Was a message that was put on Reddit. The whole thing, the whole UFO thing. In all the excitement, it is easy to forget that there is still a very real scenario that our governments don't own any extraterrestrial technology, and that the known sightings turned out to be of terrestrial origin after all. Is there any level of evidence that could convince you that none of the sightings were ultimately real? What would that evidence look like? How would you deal with knowing for sure that an alien intelligence had never visited Earth? What? We're already there. I already feel that way because there's no evidence for it. How would you deal with knowing for sure that an alien intelligence had never visited Earth? Nobody knows anything for sure. That's the problem. See, I've been listening to a lot of Graham Hancock and a lot of these archaeological guys that go around talking about the not very popular things that science, other archaeologists and geologists should be talking about, changing the history books of that flood 12,800 years ago, the mini ice age that we are coming out of. Do you know why it's not really global warming? Did you know that? Because we're coming out of a small ice age. So our temperatures were still on the rise. It's just something that made sense to me. Right? If we are just... I grew up where they were talking about that the Earth is on the cusp of an ice age. Right? They had a small one, but the ice age, where we were on the cusp of an ice age. And then it turned into global warming. But we're really, and this is what happens. Sometimes the Earth will get hotter before it gets colder, they said. So yeah, we may see some strange spikes in temperature and storms and everything, but it's not forever. It's not long term, they say. They just look at the patterns on Earth, in the rocks, in the trees, in the minerals, in the microbiological rocks. Nobody knows for sure, though. I don't know. It feels like we're on the cusp of just normal weather to me. Fuck you. God damn it! I had to open the front door today, and they did the lawn, like they mowed everything, and all these little gnats were all over. So I opened up the door and I went to go grab it to close it real quick. And of course it slipped out of my hand and opened all the way open. So I grabbed it, closed it, and of course I sucked in probably 20 bugs. They just hover around the door and they wait for you to open it because they can smell. They can smell the vape and the weed in the house and all the food. They smell it. They're just sitting there at the crack. As soon as he opens it, go this way. Which way? This way. If you go this way, he's going to kill you. Open up the door. Zzz. Sometimes they try to attach. They grab a hold of your hat. I can't feel them. All right, let's get back to work. We did Barney, Betty, what's her name? All right, what's this? All right, I got to play this. This makes me laugh. It's Joe Rogan, and this is called, I've Seen the Proof and It's Shocking. From Anonymous Official. This Joe Rogan clip. It's a couple minutes.
Nuclear glass all over the earth that exists in that time period. And it seems like something happened that reset civilization.
Hold on to your tinfoil hats because the truth is about to drop like a UFO landing in your backyard. In a world-shattering revelation, the renowned podcaster and skeptic Chad, Egypt, Libya, and more. And now, picture the Sahara surrounded by its natural posse. On the west side, we've got the Atlantic Ocean, bringing those beach vibes to the desert, like a surfer catching the perfect wave. In the north, the Atlas Mountains and the Mediterranean Sea join the party, adding a touch of rugged beauty and salty breezes. And in the east, the Red Sea struts its stuff, flaunting its vibrant hues like a flashy supermodel. We also have the Sahel, a semi-arid region that's like the Sahara's cool cousin. It's a delicate balance between dry and not so dry, where the desert meets the grasslands. Imagine Sahara as a whopping 9 million square kilometers of pure, unadulterated sandiness. That's like having a massive sandbox that stretches across the Sahara laughs in the face of rainfall. And let's not forget about the Saharan air layer.
Come
up to
on.
Gao, Gina, and Sigil Mas, a whopping 40 kilometers wide.
All right, I'm
Would
gonna
you be
hurt.
interested in playing some?
No, really, seriously, honestly, I'm not joking right now. I want to hurt myself. That has got to be the worst video for this show ever. Get it out of here. I don't know what happened right there. Don't worry about it. It's gone. I got rid of it. All right, I'm going to play a couple of things, and I know you're not going to like them, but that's just too bad. Where is it? Number 87. That's where I have to go to. 87. Oh, your mother's ass. Oh, come on. It's not. This isn't fair. That's not fair. Oh, they don't let me see the number. Are you kidding me? Oh, I'm going to hurt myself really bad. Seriously. Come on, this isn't right. I can't believe who would make videos this way. Stupid. This sucks. Really, this sucks. Oh, I'm gonna hurt myself. I'm telling you. That's not fair. It's not fair. Well, that's not right. I give up. I'm just gonna get rid of this part of the show then. Have to do it another night. It's only 30 minutes. It's okay. No big deal. Mother. There's a glitch happening right now. There's a glitch. Unbelievable. Get off! Fuck off then. Sorry. It's frustrating when things don't work. I'm very spoiled. Because usually things work. All right, I have a replacement. Yeah, and I don't appreciate it. All right, I'm going to go to this one. 25 minutes. Let's go here. Just some strange stuff on cameras. I don't even know why I'm playing them. Strange stuff on cameras. Check it out. Trail cams. This isn't what I wanted, but backup plan.
What an amazing deer and an awesome keepsake to have in this picture.
The next one, please. Here we go.
A trail cam installed in the woods of Michigan State in September 2016 captured something spooky. Initially, everything was fine.
Remember this?
The camera filmed adorable moments of tiny eaglets in their nest. But suddenly, a black bipedal creature appeared from behind a tree below the nest and walked away.
I remember that.
Due to the blurred image, it's difficult to identify the creature. However, many people believe it was a Bigfoot. There have been numerous sightings of Bigfoot reported over the years.
All right, this next one is weird. Some of you have seen this from years ago, but it's got to be one of the weirdest videos I've ever seen in the history of time. It's called Crashing Birds.
What could this be?
Oh, that was a weird video too. Oh, let me show you this. Check this out.
This video may be one of the rarest.
Watch this.
As it captures an incredibly shocking moment. It begins with a wild boar walking normally, and the trail camera is doing precisely what it's designed to do, record the footage. However, within a matter of seconds, the scene takes a dramatic turn. Out of nowhere, the animal collapses to the ground and struggles to stand back up.
What the hell?
Suddenly, its body begins to tremble and its legs shake violently. And watch this. A plume of black smoke emerges from its body, and then it becomes still. According to the person who owns the trail camera, unfortunately, the animal was later found dead in the same area.
Yeah, but what happened to it? Was it a lightning strike?
Now, I'm really perplexed about this. What the heck happened here? Someone said his soul left his body. I don't think so.
I think it was a lightning strike.
Could he have been other predators?
Right? Watch.
And the trail camera is doing precisely what it's designed to do.
It's got to be a lightning strike.
Record the footage. However, within a matter of seconds, the scene takes a dramatic turn. Out of nowhere, the animal...
You know, maybe it got struck by lightning. The ground lightning. Anyway, next.
Inside of him are coming out. Seriously, what could this be?
This is so bizarre. This is the weirdest video.
Completely off the wall. A bunch of birds were flying high, and suddenly they fell quickly and forcefully to the ground.
What?
Now,
What?
I've seen this clip a bunch of times, like most of you probably have.
What?
But this is still unlike anything I've ever seen before that.
That's insane.
Some
Why?
of the birds got up and flew away, but others didn't move and seemed to have died in the crash down to earth.
Why? So my thing is, it's like a Matrix, the Truman Show. Remember when he was walking down the street and the light fixture fell out of the sky? Well, maybe they were just dumping a bunch of birds into the earth. You know, they opened up the door and they just poured them in and they all just crash landed right there. You're supposed to do that over an open area where nobody's around, Mike. I had to do it before noon. If I didn't do it before noon, you know how the big guy gets. It's a weird video, though.
Later on, it was confirmed that some of the birds did die in the collision. So my question, what would make this flock of birds crash into the ground in such a way that some would die?
Look at that.
I feel like I need to know. I almost didn't put this video in this series because, like I said, I figured most people have seen it, but then I thought...
That was your problem, dude. You thought, never think, just do. I always liked that video. I thought it was kind of interesting. Never see that. All right, here's some. This is a good one. I got some good ones right here. I know what you're saying, but I'm in the mood. Hey, you know, when I'm in the paranormal mood, you get better videos. I'm telling you. This is good right here. Come on, have some fun.
From the Dark Doorway.
Oh, damn.
Popular Japanese ghost hunters Hiro and Tomo from the YouTube channel Omagatoki Film travel to a mysterious abandoned house that is said to be extremely haunted. The story goes that years ago, a married couple was living in the house. The wife descended into madness, and late one night in a fit of rage, she violently took her husband's life. And then she took her own. These days, the house has been abandoned for over 10 years. No one goes near the place, and it is believed that some evil presence haunts the home. But that doesn't stop the Omagatoki film team. Investigators Hiro and Tomo vow to spend the night and explore the infamously haunted house. Eventually, the two guys decide to split up. Hiro goes back to the car and Tomo stays to explore the second floor. As Tomo looks around, he finds an opening into the attic. There he finds old clothes and pictures of the family that once lived there. Tomo calls Hiro to tell him what he's found. But there is something else going on that is downright chilling. Watch very closely.
もしもし。なんか天板が外れて屋根裏みたいなのがあったの。
なんかすごいなんか雑音がすごい。
あ、マジ？いや、やばい。
全然聞こえない。
マジ？なんかね、大丈夫？今聞こえる？あ、今聞こえる？聞こえる？はい。あそこの、押し入れの中を見たんだけどさ、なんか天板が外れてさ、屋根裏みたいな感じになってたな。
Tomo experiences odd interference when attempting to phone Hiro. And did you see it?
No.
Tomo doesn't notice, but someone appears to be peeking out at him from a dark doorway. Completely unaware of what he has just captured, Tomo heads down to the car to meet up with Hiro. Once he's gone, a static camera captures something absolutely terrifying.
No. Come on. Nice.
The figure of a woman can be seen in the doorway, just kind of standing there motionless.
Alright, let's get
then
to the
suddenly,
next
without explanation, the camera just stops recording. When Tomo and Hiro review their footage, they are shocked by what they discover. So could this be the apparition of the woman who went mad inside the house? Or just who or what is this?
Okay, I'm gonna play the scariest one of all. This is one of my favorite. I don't know how this next one could have been faked. I guess it could be, but I don't think it is. Check this out. This is unbelievable. This, if you've seen
videos
this,
have anything to do with the supernatural.
This is unbelievable.
Well, except for just this one. One afternoon, Brianna is going for a routine dive when she captures something truly chilling.
This is crazy. She hears screaming.
Brianna starts to panic as she hears loud, distressed underwater screams all around her. After she surfaces and disturbed by what she just heard, she goes down again to try to figure out just what is going on. This time, there are no screams. Brianna is baffled by what just happened and posts her strange, unexplained video to TikTok.
That's wild.
Now, of course, many viewers accuse Brianna of adding a fake audio track to her dive video. So, to prove them wrong, Brianna posts again, this time showing the footage directly from her GoPro camera.
So, people are asking what camera I use. GoPro 7 works perfectly fine for me. I cracked it a little bit, but I use a case. Definitely not a voiceover though, so I'm going to show you the video straight out of my GoPro. Just like how I recorded it. So you can hear.
The weird thing is, she heard it with her own ears. It wasn't like she had to play back the video and hear it. She heard it.
So, it's not a voiceover or an edit or anything like that. So.
Now, when watching Brianna's original video, it looks like she's swimming through some kind of wreckage, possibly that of a sunken ship. Many viewers believe that she might have captured the eerie final screams of the ghost of someone who didn't survive the wreck.
Sounds like a child. Ugh. Didn't it sound like the child was underwater as well? Like maybe the boat was sinking and that was her final fresh of breath air. That's sad. It makes me sad. You know, it's like, why do people... Why? I like that video. It's one of my favorites for some reason. It's a pretty good one. There's another one. If I could find it real quick, it is creep. Oh, this is the creepy one with the little kid that talks to the ghost. Oh, I talked about this yesterday. I don't know. Did I play this? I'm gonna play it anyway. It's good. Oh yeah, I played this yesterday.
At first, the girl appears to be talking to someone that we can't see, when suddenly something seems to try to yank a plastic container of snacks right out of her hand.
That's
Whatever
so wild.
it is then seems to go after her toy box. The toddler puts up a fight and wins, and then just walks away, seemingly angry at whoever or whatever was grabbing at her things.
All right, next one.
First of all, when she noticed something
It's
very
Amy!
odd going on in the sky
Is that
above
alien
her,
girl?
she grabbed her phone and started to record.
She's a teacher too. Teacher Mama Bear. Joe? Is that your other name, Amy? Is this Amy? Is this doppelganger?
All right, everybody sees me walking. I'm walking.
It is her.
Look. This plane. Is it moving?
Okay, tell me now. Anybody in this chat room, how is that plane not moving? And you can't say, oh, it's windy and the wind, because they've done experiments like that. It's not how planes fly. This plane is stuck in the same position for minutes. Many people, I don't understand how it's happening. You can hear the engine roar and the people on the ground are roaring. It's crazy. There's not a headwind of 200 miles an hour keeping this plane afloat.
It's not moving.
Impossible. No headwind. That doesn't work like that.
But it sounds like it's moving.
Look, even this thing right here, it's not even moving. It's like the plane is in another dimension, man.
Now, Jennifer claims that the small airplane had been flying in the same spot, not moving at all, for hours before she finally decided to grab
It was there for hours!
her phone and record the video. As you can see in the clip, many others also noticed the strange plane and filmed it as it is seemingly frozen in the sky. Could it be that Jennifer captured a, quote, glitch in the Matrix?
Yeah!
Or is there some simpler explanation? You tell me.
You tell me. You tell me, brother. Those are one of my favorites, especially those ones where the birds get stuck. And you can't see the wire that it's supposedly stuck to. There was one that was ridiculously high. And there was no wires anywhere. And the birds just... People are taking pictures of it. No flapping, nothing. It was just up there, and I don't get it. Some of these are just unexplainable. Do you hear me? Unexplainable. All right, what's this? Huh? Oh. Wait a minute. Now we'll have to do that tomorrow. All right. Well, that's it for tonight. Oh, hold on. Yeah, that's it for tonight. It was a good night. I can't believe how many people were here tonight. I don't know what it was. It must have been this reptilian passenger on. Now, we could all know there's something strange going on with the story. It went from a guy literally lying possibly about his eye blinking this way. He winked at me and his eye didn't wink like a normal person, he said. It went from that video to the actual guy with the hoodie putting a video up saying, "She saw my extra large 15-inch dong." No woman, I've never seen a woman act that way over a 15-inch dong. Why would she act this way? How could she say something like that? He's not human. He's not real. And then leaves the plane? A sober woman. Lucid, as far as we could tell. Leaves a plane because of a 15-inch dong? No. Somebody's lying. Either the guy with the wink is lying, the hoodie's lying, or she's lying. What's the truth of this stupid story? We'll have to find out the next day, tomorrow. It could all just be because of the narrative. It could all be an act. It's kind of how I feel about this one. I think with him saying, because of my 15-inch dong, I think we were all just played. And those people should be in a lot of trouble for doing that. She held up a flight and everything. When you see her smiling right here, I knew something was wrong. I'm telling you, that's a fake story. They just did it for attention. And we all fell for it. That's how I feel about that. Or it's George Knapp. We'll be back tomorrow night, 7 p.m. right here on Goof On. Yep. Thank you very much for hanging out. It was a little fake, I think, Ms. DJ. Not showing you again. I already did it twice. You have to go back and watch. It just started at the 25 minutes after the beginning portion. We'll be back tomorrow, 7 p.m. Thank you very much. And we do Truthology. Truthology for ufology for you. That's it. So be careful, okay? Stop playing with the fireworks. 4th of July's ended. All right, keep your eyes open. Be kind. Don't lie. Alien bless.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. At no point in your rambling, incoherent response were you even close to anything that could be considered a rational thought? Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it. God have mercy on your soul.
Warning. Control life. Warning. Warning. Failure. Control life.